Hey guys, Jimmy Bremner, CTOA, Urban Trail, and I'm in Rome. So I think this will probably be my final installment on the Urban Trail in Rome. Of course, again, don't have Dexter with me, but a lot of great dogs walking about here. I think the Wiener dog, Dachshund's a little bit ahead of the Jack Russell Terrier. They're both very popular breeds, but it seems that seen more Dachshunds than Jack Russells. But actually very well behaved, and I think it's because they're just so desensitized to huge crowds that they're like no trouble at all watching people walk them. So that said, I'm going to just follow up. Some of you asked me questions about my tactical travel tips, and I did forget a couple of things, but again, I do these off the top of my head, and so sometimes I forget. I appreciate you reminding me. So right now I'm in Rome, just maybe about a kilometer from the Colosseum. This is the finish today. Is the finish of the Tour d'Italia bicycle race, and there are thousands of people swarmed around the Colosseum, and the roads are shut down. I went down to the world's biggest flea market today here in Rome, which is a trip. You got to do it if you come here. It's amazing. And it was really hard to get back because all the roads are closed. So I had to do a bit of a hike on foot to get back. Even the cabs couldn't get you close. So that said, I'm going to cover a couple of things. I talked about pickpockets, right? And the other day I got on the subway to travel up to the Trevi Fountain in the Spanish Steps, and I watched a woman coming into the train and two women getting out, and because it's so crowded, it's not unusual for people to bump into each other, but guess what? That's how they target people. So with the tourists, they clash and you're trying to get by. That's when they go to work with their hands, and one blocks with a big bag while the other one tries to rifle through the woman's purse. She screamed, and I was a little bit further down the car, but some other tourists jumped in and saved the lady's belongings there. So you can pretty well expect that somebody's going to try and take your bag or go through your pockets. It's just part of traveling in Rome and Europe. So gray man, well, I travel light. This is all I carry. That's it. I can last 2-3 weeks with this bag. I emptied the contents the other day. Now, that said, when you're in a place, like if I'm in Germany or Poland, I can kind of get away with being like a business type guy, okay? In Rome, you're a tourist. You can't get away from it. So that is how you travel, we'll say, under the wire type of thing, right? But you just have to be a savvy travelist, like you say, learn some Italian, okay, maybe 20 phrases or so you can converse, and then people realize that you're not like, the other tourists that are around you, and people appreciate it when you can converse a little bit. And frankly, the cab I was in, there's no English, and I don't expect them to speak English. So anyways, let's talk about, going to the bathroom, doing a bio break. The public bathrooms here, when you can find one, they're absolutely very spotless clean. They always have an attendant, and it's going to cost you €1 to use the facility, but they are spotless, and it's probably something North America should think about. If you don't have €1, which is a lot of times is the case, you've got a €5 bill or you've got a 2, and it won't take that coin or that bill, okay? Sometimes there's a change machine off to the side. But what you can do, when the gate opens, you can go in, tailgate the person in front of you if you really had to use the facility, and usually you'll find the attendant in there, and you can give them, get change for your 5 or your your €2 coin, if that's what you need to do. Other places, McDonald's and a bar or pub, they don't charge. If you can find one, you can usually walk straight in. I always offer, but they'll say that's okay. And you know what? You're out enjoying yourself. Sit down, have a Diet Coke or a glass of wine or something, and relax, and you can use the facility, and it's never a problem. Okay, so those are things you need to think about. Like I say, have wipes with you, because those things are non-existent for the most part. And probably the last thing I'll talk about, again, I stay in Airbnbs and things like that. If I had to sleep outside, okay, in an urban environment, can you do it? Have I done it? On occasion, I've done it. And you know what's interesting? Like where I am right now, it's like a little doorway kind of thing here. If you laid down here overnight, nobody would bother you. And you can lie down in a park, or typically under a bridge if the weather's bad. But that's usually where people gather, and those crowds can be problematic. But think about it. Have you ever seen somebody sleeping somewhere and gone and taken the opportunity to wake them up? No, you don't. People have this kind of standoffish thing, and they won't wake you up. So believe it or not, with your poncho and cover, if you absolutely had to, you can probably find a place to put your head down and at least get a couple hours, and you would be fine. All right? I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm saying in a pinch, you could do that. So I covered off just about everything I think I can cover. We talked about the pickpockets, we talked about the bio break, and we talked about, if you're trapped, outside, kind of how to get some rest and move on through the day. I'm going to try and get down closer to the bicycle race finish here, but like I said, this laneway, I'm like in a back laneway here, but there are tens of thousands of people out by the Coliseum right now, and it's almost impossible to move around. But I am hoping to see some of the people come through the finish line this evening. So that's me, Jimmy Bremner, Urban Trails, and add-on tactical travel tips. Always be safe when you travel. Keep watching around all the time. And like I said, in train stations and things like that here, nobody's your friend. And okay, this is what I wanted to cover off. I titled the last one money, body, information. So what does that mean, money, body, information? Those are the only three reasons people approach you, okay? They're asking for money, your body as a commodity, if you think about kidnapping or, human trafficking, your body is a commodity, right? Or information. Those are the only three reasons people will approach you. And you always have to ask yourself, what's in it for this person when they're talking to you? I talked about these friendship bracelets that they come and they'll put it in your hands, and then they're going to want, they're in your pockets at that point. They're going to want money for it. So again, you put these on, you say nothing, no, and you walk away. And you know what? It's not really about being polite. They won't take no for an answer. So you have to ignore and push on past. And, that's just the way it is. You're not a bad person. You're just trying to protect your resources and get to where you're going. So again, money, body, information, those are the only three reasons people come to you in anywhere you are, in any endeavor that you're in. All right, so think about that. What's in it for this person? Why did they stop me? And just try and keep on moving down the road. Like I said, I just sat down here in this hovel and I found at least half a dozen of these stupid things. And people will end up paying like 20 euros for this piece of junk. Okay, because they feel bad. So that's it. I'm done. See you when I'm back in Canada. Thanks for watching me. Add, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And again, Jimmy Bremner, CTOA, Urban Trail, Rome. And hope to see Dexter when I get home. And I'm out. Thanks.